I thought it'd be an important moment to stop the time lapse. So there's the original sill, and as you saw in that time lapse, it was effortless to get the rest of that off, which isn't even prepped inside, it's all just rusty. And by running a measurement over there and taking roughly what's needed, but I've left a bit obviously, you don't ever take more out than you need to at the moment, and then just roughly cutting it out. You could argue I could sit there with spot welds, drilling it all out. Really? How rough this floor is, I am never going to find a spot weld. And that is very much proven by just how weak that is. I haven't cut that. It's all completely just gone. So under here, you will see the floor there, look. So the oversill came up to, there's the first flute. So it came up just in front of the first flute. So there's the flute, and that's where the oversill came up to. So that is where this section was connected to. It has completely, so that's where it was, rotted out the seam of where it was. The condensation's also caused the jacking points rock out here and all of this section. This is why I think they're a terrible idea. Now we have had this discussion on the channel many times about them. They're a horrible thing. I can't stand them. Nearly every car I've owned had them because you do get a car cheaper for them. But the other flip side of the argument is if people didn't do this at MOT stage, they didn't try and repair them and keep them on the road, then we wouldn't have cars like this still with us. So it is quite a hard argument to kind of bring across on camera. I know loads of people that still fit these and they claim they painted all the inside and stuff like this, but then they're driving around in the car and it's all steaming up and they're wondering why. The car really needs to vent out. The car needs to release its moisture. No matter if you think you've got a closed cavity, moisture will find its way in. So you're better off having an open cavity that's got wax in it and allowing moisture to get in and out than closing it up completely and rotting out the whole structural part of your car. That's just my preference. I can't stand them. I don't think they look very nice, and I don't see the point. I just don't see the advantage of them apart from to cover up horrors. In this respect, this was an MOT repair at some point. So James has never known this car. I sent him a picture saying, "Oh, this side's done, dude. That's what it looks like." He goes, "It looks weird not having an oversill," because the car's always had them. And he's owned it well over 10 years, I think, getting on for 12, 13 years. So the car's always known to have these. And that's the argument you can have, that is it a good or a bad thing. I personally think it's a terrible thing, but the cars are still here. So you have to thank someone, stupidly. Right, I'm not going to film everything cutting this out. We're going to get all this floor cut out. And then I'll bring you guys back in. Hopefully we're mocking a new one up and in, and if I've got to do any repairs before, like we had to on the other side. So I'm not going to put loads of time lapse in of grinding because the camera's going to get battered and it's not nice work, it's horrible. So I'll catch you in a bit, guys. And there we have it. Here's all the horrors. Out in two sections. You can see a little bit better now where everything comes up to and the damage. So that's all out. More for scrap. All we've got to do now is to start trimming things back. I knew about this repair that I've got to do here on the toe board, so we'll probably get that done when we've got better access and go from there. But yeah, the worst of it's out. I just need to sort out all this area, disconnect it all and get obviously the underside of this done. She's still got a section in there. Right, I'm gonna sweep up. I hate working in dirt. But on a plus side, we found even more cable ties in the door bin. So I think we can get it fixed up in no time. So watch this space. Right, bit of an update, guys. Right, where are we at? So This new floor comes straight through the centre of the drain plug there, so I've just welded in a piece there to make, so I've got a little oval. Down there, where I showed you originally, can't quite see, I can't get the camera in. The rock came all the way past that flute, so I put a piece in there to bring this back to the same level. Try and get you in there. And then that piece there, you just saw me welding in, that's formed that bit of the toe board. It's not the best of work, I'm not gonna lie, very, very hard to get in there. But it's now solid, and once the floor's in I can dress everything back and tidy everything back up again. But mainly I wanted this to be connected back to that, and this to be in the correct place, because that had twanged out because it wasn't connected at the bottom. So that's now sorted. The next point of call is to get the new M machine floor panel ready to fit. So I'm going to muck around doing that, and I'll bring you guys in for the exciting bit, which is fitting it. They're just a big panel to wrestle around on your own. Ideally you want a car on a spit for this. It makes life so much easier. But how I did it on the other side was I got it in, tacked it, and then trimmed everything, just so I had it held in place. Quite tempted to do that again, to be fair. It did massively help me on my own. But yeah, I'm going to crack on with that. See you in a bit. Right, so let's wind on the next weekend when we have more daylight, more time. So before I get stuck into the next part of the video, remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's still over 60% of viewers not subscribed to the channel, so please make sure you smash that subscribe button, because it massively helps us out, and give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment below, it's nice to have a chat. Also, check out Minimine. There's a discount code now on the screen for 10% off when you spend £15 or more on our eBay store, so please go check that out. Loads of you use it, and I love hearing all your stories and the pictures you send me on Instagram of the bits and pieces you've bought. It's awesome. I want to give back, and that is my way of giving back. It's also a lovely way to help the channel out, so please go and check that out. Also, while you're in the description below, there's frost restoration for all like your tools, consumables, paints, you know, bits and pieces like that that you might need. There's a little discount code for you there, so I can help you out in that department as well. So let's get stuck into the next part of this video, and I've been a little bit busy quickly this morning before getting set up, so let's see where we're at. So the welding mask is out and the floor is tacked in place, so I'm really happy. It fits okay, it's not too bad. It's going to take a bit of knocking about, but it's in. It fits a lot better than I found that side, I think. So it's all just tacked for now. So what we do is tack and then stitch it all in between all that, so you don't want to warp the floor too much. Go from there. So more time lapse, guys. I'll do the best I can to film it. I can't obviously get the camera that close. I'm working on that. I'm going to get some covers and bits and pieces like that. But right now, it's crunch time. Let's get this car solid and back for James. Right, sit tight. So how's it going? Laying some fat beads is what I'm doing. I'm joking. Well, I kind of am. So they're quite good stitches. It's all going quite well. So yeah, all the front is buttoned up, all nice. Obviously we'll clean all that. That's just where it had an awful respray there. So we'll clean all that. A lot of that's glue and all sorts of stuff. So this base is basically in. Line's not really nice here again, so we're all cleaned back well. And then just got to tap all that together and go from there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I need a break. I am sick of welding in this storm, whatever this is happening. It's so annoying. Oh god. People that do this in the driveway will completely understand what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm going to outbrew. Back in a bit. And we're back again. So I've smashed it off. I've got it done. There it is. All fully welded in. Same over there. Not the tidiest because obviously of the storm I'm losing all my shielding gas, but it's good and solid. I'm really happy with it. It's got good penetration everywhere, and it's 10 times better than what the car was. So a bit of cleaning back and some stuff like that, and I'll be happy with that. James put sound deadening back over the floors and stuff like that. Anyway, the key thing is it's safe, structurally solid, and we've got fresh steel in there and it's all treated, which is exactly what we've got. This is just in some zinc weld-free primer like I did on the other side, just to get the sill prepped. So this is all been drilled, ready to go. I'd like to use my spot welder, but it's buried. I've got stuff everywhere, like I say, I'm in the process of moving, so I really just need to get it on. So this is not the best because you have to grind it back, but it is a process nonetheless, and it is done, so we'll get that on. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm just going to tackle this quarter panel. I won't film it, I film the other side, but we just need to get that lip nice and ready for the new sill. So while that's drying, instead of watching it dry, we're going to crack on with that. Stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a bit like this video, so stay tuned for like just updates. So we're getting there, we're getting there. Time for another update. Rear quarter is now repaired, so I've just put a piece on the bottom like I did on the last one and cleaned it all back. Obviously that I need a little skimp of filler before paint, but that will get done at paint prep stage. I'll tidy it up a little bit best I can. Underside of the car is now all seam sealed around the anchor there. Sorry, the light's just gone off. And then all primed and everything in there. So we are ready for the prepared sill to now go in place. So let's get on with that, shall we? Right, this marks the last of the welding to the shell. Just got the doors to sort. Big milestone that, I'm really quite happy. I might not know, you might not be able to tell, but I'm that good. So all inside the floor is done. Do apologise for security light. Anyone with epileptic, photosensitive epilepsy, or whatever it's called, please don't watch, I'm really sorry. Yeah, we're on, so it's all welded on. See, all good penetration along there, and really good penetration in there as well. So we'll get all this cleaned back, ground back. For me, another day. For you, a few minutes. And then yeah, it's on to the doors. We're getting there. Happy. Time for a beer. Catch you tomorrow. Right, it's the next morning, guys, and it's update time again. So everything's out of the car now. They're the doors, that's the next job. Bracing is out. Everything is cleaned back. So we've put the quarter repair in there, seals on. I've just like cleaned out all the inside of the car. So obviously that side's all done and in primer. This side I've just ground back. I don't go mental with these floors because you don't really want to take the strength out of it. So you still can kind of see the stitches, but that'll get a nice clean seam seal along it. And then obviously there'll be sound deadening over it anyway. So it's not the end of the world. All of this is still the factory sound deadening, and I'm not going to take it out. It's up to James, obviously, if he wants to remove that. It's just a big time consuming job. Obviously the rest of the floors are solid, it's just where the oversill damage was, and you can clearly see, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, but that's all new and that's all new. So both ends of the car have been replaced, but that marks the shell, excuse the boxes, we are moving house, that marks the shell done. I'm happy with that. And bear in mind, I've knocked this out in about 3 days. Well, 4 days. 4 days doing both sides of the floors and sills. I'm tired. So, obviously we've done the back, that's all done. Floors are, yeah, you get the gist of it done. So, what I'm going to do now is going to get some primer on everything. Some good like rust inhibiting primer. Got a couple on the shelf, so I'll see what we've got. Let that go off, and then I'm going to seam seal everything. And then I can get on with the doors. So, happy. Yappy. So yeah, seam seal, paint, seam seal, and then stone chip on the seals and stuff like that. So I'll bring you guys in for as much as I can, but really I don't know how bad the audio is, but it's really windy and the carport is gonna let go. But yeah, we're going. Just had a look inside here, and Eve only has 61,000 miles on the clock. It's not that bad, is it? And it's already had a resto. So yeah, I'm really excited for this point. It's just been a long time coming. So leave me with it. I'll film as much as I can. If not, this video, I'm sorry, it's just loads of updates. But I wanted to see it to the end, and we'll go from there. Right, back with you in a bit. And there we have it, all in some SCLASSX primer, ready for some seam sealer. All that wind, same again on the underside. So, really quite happy with that. So we'd let that go off, we have another brew, and we'll get some seam sealer in there, let that go off, and then we'll just blow in the floors to match, because the paint shop, I think, the outside of the car will be black with the seals being white, and then the paint shop will do all the rest of the part prep. So, yeah, I think we're golden. We're doing all right. What I have done, just purely because the car is living outside at the moment, is I did the same with Pete Mate's MPI. Is where all the primer is. It's a zinc primer, but what I've done is just satin blacked everything, so it's all got a good coating over it, because obviously, I mean, number one, it looks tidier, but also it just protects everything, because it's actually got a layer of paint. All it is just a basic U-pole satin black, that's all it is. But it's enough just to keep things a bit nicer under there. So, brew. And there we have it. Everything is seam sealed up, both sides and the underside of the car. But as you can probably see, I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. This storm is really coming in now. It's starting to rain and stuff like that, so I need to get this car covered up, because obviously the rain does come down on that side. Not ideal. I really wanted to get kind of everything done in this video, but hey ho, it gives me a chance to finish everything else off. So in the next episode, we will get the stone chip and everything on the underside of the car and get some sort of top coat on the inside. You all know that I'm quite a fan of putting a bit of stone chip on the inside, just to kind of build another layer of sound deadening. Rightly or wrongly, a lot of people do it as well now, but also people don't really agree with it. But for me, it's another hard wearing surface, and I'm sure James wouldn't object to me doing that. So what I might do is, where I've done the seam sealing of the new floor panels, is put a bit of stone chip on that as well, just so it has a good layer of paint and not just that in primer. That's kind of where we're at with the shell. The doors are sat there still. We're kind of going to get cracking with them in a bit. So I wanted to, as part of this video here, I wanted to get a video out for you guys. So we've achieved a lot, basically. This shell is done. I'm really, really happy with that. It's a real good step forward. So I can't thank you enough for watching. If you stayed along for this weird vlog slash probably not much work in it, I don't know what it's like to edit it. Thank you very much. Remember to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Obviously check out both our sponsors that I mentioned previously in the video. That would be really, really helpful. But what I'm going to do now is just down tools, tidy up, because this wind's coming in and you can't work in this. This is silly now. But I'm glad I got the welding done that needed to be done, because it's getting it's harder to weld in the wind as it is. So yeah, we're gonna crack on. Thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode when we get some paint on the floors, and I'll quickly time lapse, most likely doing the doors. I'll show you what I do, because I've done a few videos now on doors, so I don't want to do loads and loads of them. But I'll show you what I do with the doors, and then we'll get them finished. And then you should hopefully see James collecting the car and it going off then, and I'll pick up the camera for that, because it'd be nice to see James, it'd be nice to see him back on the channel, and hopefully he's happy with the work that I've been doing over the last kind of on and off year, I guess, isn't it? So, but really heavily hitting it the last few months. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay safe, look after yourselves. Just lastly before I go, if you're at Bingley Hall, British Mini Fair, run by the British Mini Owners Club, first of all, go check out the British Mini Owners Club. A lovely bunch of people, really nice cars, always have top stands at every show, like NEC and stuff like that. But this is their first show, this kind of kick-start to the year. And last year, loads of you came to say hi. I was there with the Mini Sidewalk opposite the Minimine stand. I'm there with the Clubman Estate this time, opposite the Minimine stand. So go check it out, come see the story of that car. It's really, really nice. Not a lot of people have really seen it. So we'll get it there, and we'll get it all unveiled for you, and you can see it. I will have a few more hats left. I've got another order going in, so there's some hats left and some stickers, so come say hi and grab some of them if you want. And yeah, safe travels. I hope to see you next Sunday, but enjoy this video, and I'll catch you soon.